Yo, 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 welcome to the first official episode of XG Gaming and Sports. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's talk. For my first show, man, I'm going to talk. NFL draft, man. It was a good draft. First off, shout out to my boy, number 2 pick, Travis Hunter from Colorado. Whoop, 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 whoop. Both sides of the ball, this guy's going to be a beast. But let's talk about his teammate. I was talk about the draft, but this rubs me the wrong way. Let's talk about Shutter Sanders. QBS is what I call him. And that's what he'll be known throughout this cast. QBS is one of the dominant quarterbacks. A lot of people don't see it. I've been following this kid from high school to Jackson to Colorado. What I don't like is what the league and the world is doing to this kid. Yes, I do understand he comes from a big name. Deion Primetime Sanders. One of the most legendary athletes in this world. Not just a football player, but a baseball player. Dominant in anything he did. Played for the Falcons, played for the Cowboys, played for the Yankees. Like his name speaks for itself. Prime time. Going to playing a baseball game in the World Series to go play a football game. Prime time. But see, that's not his son. See, his son took a different road in the game of football. He became one of the most upcoming legends. See, Deion Sanders played 2 different positions in the NFL, yes. Wide receiver and cornerback. Very dominant. What I don't like is why are you guys crucifying QBS? You guys want to say Prime is making his son's career. No. You're ignorant. You're dumb. See, QBS is the one out there learning the plays. If you've seen his high school records, if you've seen his stats in Jacksonville, even his stats in Colorado, he should have been a first-round pick. And I feel like the NFL is kind of like making it biased with him, me personally, because of his father. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a dick, and I am going to jump on this topic real quick. I'm not being a dick, Prime Time. You don't know me, I don't know you. Shit, you're too rich for me. But I will give you my opinion. You're not Prime Time no more. Your prime is done. Your prime is your son. And the reason I say it like that is because the world needs to hear this. You guys can't judge this kid because of his father's legacy. This kid has been working on his own legacy, especially in the position of a quarterback. And I used to play that position. To learn the plays, to run the routes, to be able to escape every situation, even when your players are down, even your best players. If you guys don't recall, there was a game where Travis Hunter was hurt real bad. And who won that game? Who delivered? QBS. But y'all want to judge him. Y'all want to put him on that pedestal as his father. I'm sorry. That prime time is over. This is the new prime time. And me personally, for him not to get drafted in the first round in the NFL draft is a disgrace to the game, especially as a quarterback. This NFL draft was very twisty, to be honest. You didn't see that many QBs go out. You didn't see that many receivers go out. It was mostly defensive, offensive lines, edges, safeties. The game is trying to evolve to a defensive game. But we all know there can't be no defense with no offense. So let me ask you guys this, as football fans. You really think that it's fair what Sanders went through? Little Sanders. I'm not talking about big Sanders. I'm not talking about prime time. See, that's prime. When I say Sanders, there's only one Sanders in my mind. Shredder Sanders. The future of the NFL. Because I feel like this kid is being treated in a way that's disgusting, especially in the game. But yet again, I do believe there's a GOAT that got treated the same way. 256 pick of the 6th round, coming from Michigan, a quarterback by the name of what? What was his name? Oh, Tom Brady. Look how many rings he brought to New England. He proved he was the GOAT. Came from a second string to win the Super Bowl. Crazy, right? Not only that, when he left New England, everybody said, no, you needed Belichick. You needed Belichick. Nah, he said, nah, Belichick needed me. But he didn't say it like that. He went to Tampa Bay, got a ring. Then he retires. Now an announcer for Fox. Oh, craziest part. He is a part owner of the Raiders. And look what they're drafting. He's just trying to collect more rings. What makes you think this kid doesn't have the potential as Brady? He ain't the Uncle Rico of the league. There's more quarterbacks in this draft that are garbage. He is the number one quarterback left in this draft. But y'all want to crucify him because of his name. Oh, I don't know if he's going to meet his dad's expectations. Screw his dad's expectations. Let him do what he does best. And that's run a team. Because if you actually studied QBS, you would understand he don't care about the yardage. He don't care about the touchdowns. All he cares is about the win to the team. And he always delivers. So sit there and tell me, sports world, what do you think about that? I want to know your guys' honest opinion. I'm open to debates. I'm open to this stuff. It's the beginning of the football season. It's the beginning of sports. It is my first sports cast. And it ain't the last. Nervous of doing this first one, especially with the NFL draft. But you know what? With this one, I had to. Because I do feel like QBS was crucified and judged in many wrong ways in the football world. You go from a top 3 to nothing. You tell me that's not rigged. You tell me there's nothing wrong with that. The kid has showed his ability, his athleticism. The kid can read the pocket more than any of these quarterbacks in the league right now, low key, to be honest. If you actually study his plays and you actually watch his tapes, this kid knows how to read a rush. How many quarterbacks can you see that? Shit, I'm a Chargers fan. And there's sometimes where my quarterback, Justin Herbert, can't even see that. And I love Herbert. I'm a huge Herbert fan. I'm a Herbert all day. I die for Herbert. But let's be honest. There's not many players in the league that can actually walk out of the pressure, run out of the pressure. But yet, this is where I want to get to the closing statements of my podcast with this. Because this is where I want you guys to think. Y'all want to crucify QBS, right? But if Tom Brady had a son, which he does, who is playing quarterback too, but if he was playing in college and then ended up in the NFL draft and Tom Brady was coaching his son, y'all would do the same shit. Actually, no, wait. Let me take that back. No, you wouldn't. You would hand it to him because what? Because that's Tom Brady. Right? But hold up. Y'all talk about QBS, but there's another upcoming quarterback that nobody talks about yet. In the college world, he's all talked about. Archie Manning. The great nephew of Eli and the great legend Peyton Manning. But he's not getting criticized. He's now the star quarterback of Texas. Texas is big football team. Texas Longhorns, sorry. Texas Longhorns are the worst college football team in the last couple of years. I'm sorry. That's just me being honest. But because the last name is Manning, you want to hand this kid this? What has the kid done? Nothing. But you ain't going to crucify him. You're going to treat him like royalty, like, oh, Manning, oh, the great Eli and Peyton Manning's nephew. But y'all want to shit on QBS. Oh, wait, hold up. Maybe I'm being biased. You guys won't crucify Archie Manning because he plays quarterback like Eli and Peyton, right? So because Shredder Sanders went quarterback and he doesn't play receiver or corner, he won't be a great NFL player like his father? You're ignorant. His son chose his own path. And Dion loves it. And Dion embraces it. And if you actually listen to what Prime says, Prime always says, what my son wants is what my son gets. He puts in the hard work. This is all him. This is what he worked hard for. I just opened up the doors and he was blessed. He took advantage of that situation and it's why he has this blessing. But y'all don't do that to any other players like that, right? Because I dare somebody to tell me that when it comes to Archie Manning coming to the NFL, which I do believe Archie Manning is going to be a bust in Texas. And I'm calling it now. But y'all don't talk about that kid. But everybody in the NFL and everybody in the sports league is saying he's a top prospect in the NFL already. He hasn't even started a college football game in how many months? He started what, 4? Did good, yeah. Do a full season, boy. Run a whole team behind your back. Earn the name Manning. You were just born with it. But see, QBS, yes, he was born with the name Sanders. But he earned his name. He earned his stripes. QBS. Because he is a good quarterback. And I do believe someone's going to draft him in day 2. And I do believe he is going to shock the world. But I do want to say, God bless everyone. I appreciate your guys' time for my first ever sportscast. I can't wait for you guys to get more involved, have people join, actually be able to talk with other people about this. Actually, you know, this is a new journey. God is good. God is great. This is our love. This is sports. Let's have fun with it. But sport fans, football fans, those who die for football, live for football. See, me, I'm one that live and die for football. Shit, I'm actually thinking of going back to school. I graduated architecture, but I don't care no more. I'm going to go become a PE teacher, become a coach, so I can work my way up because the game of football is that beautiful. See, life is beautiful. I may talk about sports, but let's be honest. Life is beautiful. I thank you all for the first tune-in. I know I may have blabbered a little too much in the end, but I appreciate you guys. God is good. God is life. God is soul. God is everything. God is our world. Without God, we are nothing. Thank you, everybody, for this opportunity. Thank you for tuning into my first sports cast. And I can't wait to the second one. Until then, be blessed, be humbled. I love you all. Share, follow, and just let's get this page up. And I can't wait to have fun with you guys and stream. With that being said, have a blessed night. Paka.